Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome to another exciting F3 challenge here with the ECRS presented by Boomer Button Boxes. We got the Boomer himself in the studio here with us, whatever you want to call it. We're here. He's here. We got Matt Constant with us, one of the ECRS Oval drivers, and a guy named Kyle. We'll just leave it at that. I think that's enough. If you know him, you know Kyle. You know him. How you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Kyle's in here. I'm doing as fine as I can be.
That's the answer I could really see. That's the honest answer there through Matt. We're gonna have a great one here tonight. Scott, is anybody gonna beat Emily, or obviously East's not in it here today? Is anybody gonna beat Emily? That's the question here.
I don't know. You got a couple drivers. You got Arrington, who I think if he got a few breaks could do it, or Derek, or even Brad Haldane. Smith, Wynn, or Haldane. One of them three. If somebody's going to do it, I think it's going to be one of them three, but I don't know. We'll have to see.
It's going to be an interesting season. A lot of speed there with Emily and East. East not here tonight, so that opens the door. Here we go.
You have real-world stuff going on.
Let's just hope Ayrton's better on road than he is on oval.
Yeah, so we will have some exciting. I'm looking forward. I did see that, and
Kyle might be
an
Kyle
absolute doozy.
I don't know.
Let's see here. What'd you say about Kyle? We always like a good one.
The mystery Kyle guess might be Kyle Westwood.
I think everybody knows. Yeah, like I said, he needed no introduction there. Here we go. The fire off the grid. A good start there on the inside. Derek Wynn getting a good jump there. They're going to take it 3 wide back behind. Who comes out ahead there? It looks like Ayrton going to come out there. Derek with a good start, and you know that really it's a good. You can't win it in turn one. You could definitely lose it, but it does sets the pace for at least the first half of the race. What do you think?
Yes, definitely. Getting a good start, getting settled in. Just like any road race, it's very hard to pass.
I would say even at oval. I mean, would you guys agree? It's kind of, you can lose it in that first turn. I've seen it done many a times. We won't mention any names, but
I personally cannot attest to that, but I have seen it done many times.
You're more of a turn 2 guy. Turn 2.
Yeah, or the backstretch. But
I'm lucky if I can get to turn 1 to find out what happens in turn 1.
It does. It kind of sets the pace, though. Am I right? It kind of gives you a good feel, or it kind of gets you on edge for the first part of it.
I remember being in a league called Revved Racing, and they dropped the green flag, and I didn't make it to turn 1.
I never heard of that one.
Whoa! Look at that little loosey goosey there. Was that you, Mr.
Pete Carr was the rear end was around all night. He was winging that thing around.
Got a little loose off the corner here. It was a little hot on track, I believe. Let's take a look at the weather, because I want to say
into survey penalty for jumping the start. So that break that he needed to win the race, probably not going to happen now.
So 78, 110 on track. So it was a little warm.
Yeah.
Thanks for thanks for accepting that.
Yeah, it was very slick on track.
Yeah.
Thanks for the confirmation, Scott. Appreciate it.
That's our weatherman Scott in the booth there. That's about how confident they all are, I would think.
All right.
So we'll see how Ayrton able to kind of face up to this and really pull. Jeff, he's pulling some time on you there. Maybe not got the best qualifying there, but really pulling through the field. And I think
Jeff is a new guy. I think this was his first race.
I do believe so.
And he was quick, had some speed. Hopefully we see him back, and hopefully Brandon Cruz gets a break. Because the first 2 races, he's definitely on luck for the hard charge or a hard knock award of the year so far.
That's an understatement. He didn't show up though, did he? Was he? No.
Yes,
no,
he was in this
Brandon
race.
Rutt. You said Cruz.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, Brandon Rutt. I'm sorry. I got my series mixed up.
And to
That's
answer
him
your
right
question,
there, isn't it?
Kyle, that is Brad Haldane going around the 21 machine there. Up, Brandon Rutt. You are correct.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Are we
Scott's
gonna ignore that one car that spun in the background before
Yeah,
the?
which car was just off track
That
crashing?
was Jeff Morales we just talked about.
So we'll go back and we'll see Jeff Morrell here as
Sean gets off me making a pass there. That's okay, though. I think he just lost it coming around this corner.
thought Scott was maybe going a little fast. Oh, he got on the
He
gas.
stayed on the rumble strips.
Yeah.
Yep, I've done that many
And that's
times.
one of the things, just like you did say, that track was hot. And it seemed a lot more, it seemed way slicker than it was in the officials.
Do you guys know
I mean, I was
where
having some
Coreyville
traction
is?
problems coming out of the corner.
Are you guys familiar with Coreyville?
No.
Coreyville, Pennsylvania is where Brandon Rutt is from. Scott's going to dive to the inside.
Oh, that was a nice little shunt.
Yeah.
He dives. Hey, we're on the final lap. No, we're not. No, we're not. This is lap two.
Lap two.
This is lap two. Scott Schroeder I remember being in the race going, my goodness, Scott, you dove that bad boy in there.
Yeah, did you see how high I went in that next corner, too? I didn't want to brake. I was like, ooh, you might be mad about that.
He's not falling off. He's staying right there on you. He is. He's saying, you know what? I'm sick of it here. I'm going to get these guys on and see what we can't do. And so he sticks close to you here. That 21 machine staying nice and steady. Brad Haldane working his way up into third. Derek Wynn, Emily Van Camp up there in second and first, respectively. So a solid run here so far. Jeff falling off, but we'll keep an eye on him because he does have some solid comeback here throughout. We'll see.
Who was that car?
That was Mr. Cracky.
Was that Cracky? Okay.
And I'm going to say it right here, and I hope he's watching. I hope he hears this. Cracky shows some speed. I think he had somebody else sitting in during practice. And then come race time, it's like, what happened, Cracky? You were top of the board of practice, and now you're sitting there 7th and 8th. So I don't know.
Did Kyle go down and take some free laps during practice in his car?
Kyle?
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's what happens when you take everybody out on the pace laps.
So you're not running with Cracky making top times here, are you? I'm going to assume not, Scott.
Okay.
No top times from Kyle on road.
I was gonna.
If Kyle would get in this, then when his NASCAR goes to Watkins Glen or Canadian Tire, he'd be that much better off.
And honestly, Watkins Glen is about the only track that I think I enjoy in these cars.
I'm a huge fan. It doesn't matter what open wheel it is. You give me an open wheel car, and I'm in love. You guys don't get the
checking out here or what?
Oh yeah, she has got a 10-second or no 5 almost 6-second gap now.
She also has a professional spotter with her this weekend.
Now was it Vladimir or was it his buddy Steven?
I think it was Steven.
Okay.
Vladimir came around later.
Vladimir was top tier. Now that's top tier there.
We did go race with Vladimir after the race.
I'm not gonna say Steven's not a pro, but Vlad's top tier. We got
Vlad is top tier.
She's been dominating y'all's season, hasn't she?
Well,
East
has been giving her a run, but East had some family stuff he couldn't make it this week. Was somebody on the rev limiter there?
She's very dumb. I think I was hitting the rev limiter come the end of the straightaway, honestly.
I don't remember doing that. That'd be weird.
That was Derek.
This is where I was getting loose, right? Coming out of here.
You'd smoke the tires every lap.
Yeah, you just gotta stay in it.
Let's see. Nope, you've already done smoked them because I'm behind you just by 3 seconds here.
Yeah.
And every time I'm coming around this corner, I'm like, oh, somebody
I
wrecked.
thought you keep blocking the brakes up. I said, nobody. That's the rear tires coming out of the corner.
It's got that little dip in the corner because I could see my front right tire almost pick up off the ground.
Yeah, mine was stopping under braking too. It was doing that in a couple spots on this track. One being right here, I would pick up. And one being down here around the chicanes, it would pick up too.
Jeff trying to come back from that little whoopsie, as I like to say.
AlphaTauri.
It's the Yuki AlphaTauri,
Yeah.
not Pierre.
Yeah, I still like the paint. It was pretty cool, I thought. I've seen him in practice.
You're not a Yuki fan. I was just giving you a hard time.
No, but I mean, I do like the car. Oh, Pierre don't like that car right now.
No.
Whoa.
He gets on him.
Wow.
Woo!
Using
every bit of the track there.
Yeah.
I think that's part of the reason we saw him spin out early. He was getting too much of those rumble strips.
Yeah.
These cars don't like the rumble strips.
No, they're too light to hit them. Second they hit him, it's like ice.
Whoever's behind me, Brandon, he's swinging that thing around there on the rear end too.
Yeah, you get a little loose out of the corners hitting that gas. Even right there, you see him. That's where I'd get real nervous hitting those curves because I hit those rumble strips too many times to want to do it again.
Yeah, see, Brad's pulling away from me here. He's about 1/2 lap faster.
See,
Derek's kind of checking out. That's Derek there, right?
Yeah, he's still not really getting anywhere. We'll keep an eye on him. We'll follow Brandon here. Whoa! Scott, what was he just doing?
Yeah, me and Brandon were racing pretty hard here for a while. I don't know. I can't remember what happens at the end. I think we get separated around pit stop time.
Around pit stop, huh?
Yeah, around when we do our pit stops. I don't remember seeing him too much afterwards. I do remember seeing Jeff here later, too. And then I see that one guy, Stevens, too. He was a pain in the butt.
A little pain. A little pain in the rear there. We'll keep our eyes on that because that was a
see, his car sounds like it's bottoming out. And these are open setups. I mean, you can set that ride height.
Scott giving setup tips if you need some setup tips.
Oh, I'm not giving you tips. I'm just giving you what it
there you go, smoking that. I think he even thought you were going to lose it right there.
Yeah.
Everybody's kind of adjusting to your little...
I do tell you, I made a mistake this race, and it was not driving. It was in the pit stall there.
That is part of Scott's strategy, is to throw everybody else off behind him. I mean, it's working.
It's not a terrible strategy, I guess. Fair enough.
Yeah, Sean keeps backing off because he keeps seeing smoke in corner 3. He don't know what's going on.
At this point, I ain't backing off no more because I know it's every lap. So I hope by the time I would make it around there, you're good. He's doing the dance with the hands.
That thing up coming out of the corners.
He's got a dance with the hands there.
Yeah.
Byron's still not caught up to Cracky. Let's check in.
Is that Emily?
Really? No, this is back of Brad here. Looking at the battle going between you and Brandon. Not really.
No, yeah, Brad kind of steadily or just kind of checked out away from us. I was really looking at the relative, too, to see is Arrington getting back up there. So I knew he had that penalty, and I knew he was fast.
We'll keep an eye on Mr. Smith here.
You talk about cracking not being fast during these races, and I think the reason for that is because he doesn't have my door to bounce off of and gain extra speed.
Well, that's another solid hypothesis, if you will.
See, I think the thing about it was Cracky was like 4th on the speed chart in practice. I don't know what he did.
He's got somebody else driving for him.
I'm starting to wonder during practice if maybe he's like, show me how to do this. Show me, Cracky, if you want to stick up for yourself, now's your time, bud.
Bring him back to super stuff just for practice.
We're
so you think we ought to make a mandate for this league to run cameras on during the race to make sure it's you driving?
I don't need to see your guys' face there when I'm driving, nor do you guys need to see my bald head.
Sweating.
He's catching the backside here. Schroeder, he goes to the low side. No! Schroeder says, I'm going to cut you off. I'm going to chop you down.
Schroeder, you can check that out. Schroeder gave him plenty of room. No. And then when I heard the screeching, I thought he was going to get into my door.
You don't
See
have
that?
a
Where's that?
door.
He pulled up alongside me. I was like, I'm going to give it to you. And then the next thing I knew, I hear the brakes lock up.
You don't have a door.
Well, I can see him pull up on my. So I'm going to give it to him. And then I'm like, oh no, he locked up.
Call you the
I
butcher.
really thought he was going to slam into me.
Call you the butcher.
Yeah, we lost
Chopping
a
down
lot of time right there, too.
Was that a 5-second penalty for aggressive driving on Schroeder right there?
Right.
Somebody
you could see
would
him. I
like
think
to.
he took a little too much break there, trying to get in. And Schroeder going to make a bold decision here to head on into the pits. Jeff Morrell.
And I'm going to
to the low
follow the
side.
same strategy I've been following, which is fuel only and no tires.
And the 33 just kind of gives it away. No defense there from the 33.
Way to put up a fight there, bro.
Where you go? Is that Jeff? Is Jeff caught you already? Yeah, he's got some speed. Jeff does. Now, he raced with us after the race, too, didn't he?
He was racing in some other races.
Oh, that's right.
He hung out with us. He got
Yeah, I had never really talked to Jeff much, but I really liked him. I thought he was a good guy.
Scott just
there you go, Jeff.
talking here.
Jeff's got a fan.
Jeff, if you're out there, you do. You got a fan.
You're a fan. I'm a fan. Whoa!
Make that autograph out to Scott Schroeder at P.O. Box.
Have I ever asked you for an autograph there, Matt?
No, actually, I had to give other people money to take autographs from me. So
Getting personal now, throwing the hits at Matt.
You would just get a piece of paper with Mountain Dew stains all over it.
Kyle being very appropriate, saying Mountain Dew stains. We all appreciate that, Kyle. Thank you so much. We all knew what you meant, but whoa!
I would be scared to have my left side tires on there.
I thought we were still going with the stains.
I thought we were too. I'm glad we're back in the race now, though.
I was fully committed
back
to this.
on the race here. We're seeing Jeff Morrell. He looked like he was going to go to the inside there of the 21 machine of Brandon Rutt, but he decides for the better. He's going to hold off now for the moment, but it looks like he's got the speed. I don't think it's going to be an issue getting around. Oh, let's look at this here. Emily off the track there. Derek Wynn going to get around.
Derek gets around. See, like I told you, it was going to be one of them three guys, but they're going to need a break. So can Derek capitalize on this break? Derek running the
that 14 machine is catching quick.
Yeah.
Catching
I hope
quick.
I hope he changes the number to officially
No, I'm saying he's running the Mercedes paint scheme.
They're side by side. The 14 going to go down to the low side, and Emily back into the lead there.
He's so quick.
I got so nervous anytime I was around somebody in that corner because that's like one of my worst corners there. I just don't like that part of the track.
Yeah, that's not a corner I like to pass or be passed in.
I really like this track, though. I think it has a good flow to it overall.
It does. It reminds me a little bit of a smaller Barcelona.
Kyle, have you raced this one before?
I don't even know where we're at today.
Zandvoort.
he just got on the literally.
I think I have done this with you guys in the GT3 series.
That's what I thought you did. I believe so. So
I
I
remember
would
not being
really like
good at it.
to have this track upgraded.
Yeah, no kidding. Get
With
that trophy out.
Woo,
Comes from Big
Zandvoort!
Falls.
That's Matt's new love there.
Yeah, Watkins Glen's now updated. Now we gotta get Zandvoort on board.
There you go.
I don't like you getting on board with things though, because at that point, like it takes them a while.
It easily takes like 4 years.
It took Watkins Glen almost 10.
But then
Yeah, but how long did it take Atlanta?
Yeah, but
Like,
he wasn't claiming for that one. But then he started going to Indy, and it got done in like 4 months. So maybe Matt got some pull at iRacing.
Okay.
We just didn't know about. Let's talk. We'll
I do remember ever since I met Matt, he was clamored for Watkins Glen.
For 10 years. Talladega has yet to be updated. They still have the backstretch
There you go,
grandstand.
man. Here we go.
You got him started.
Let him pull out of his list.
This broadcast turned into a Matt Constant iRacing TED Talk.
We got the last laps up here. Emily with a 131.5. Brad Haldane with a 131.9. That's
Imagine
the two
breaking into
closest
one.
there. So
Where's Arrington at now?
To say that again.
Arrington, where's he at after his penalty?
He's back up to 6, but this is the thing, though. I don't think Ayrton's going to be able to make it through. I think he's going to have to pit again, and let's see. The guy named Scott Schroeder has pit. Jeff Morell's into the pits now. Stevens is pit. Cracky is pit. Byron is pit. So everybody behind Ayrton at this point has cycled through their pit stops. And so we'll keep an eye. Maybe the 44 does have enough fuel, does have enough tire to get through to the end. I don't think my tires were absolutely terrible through this one. What were you thinking?
Well, I never changed tires. And I can tell you the last 5-6 laps, yeah, it was hard.
Fair enough.
That's
Yeah,
the mistake I should have made.
I should have changed tires there.
Yeah. And I hadn't the first 2 races of the year, and I got by with it. But I think it's something I'm going to have to look at on a track-by-track basis.
A T-by-T basis there.
Do they only have 1 or 2 people changing tires in this series?
All 4.
It's a real quick. Yeah.
Yeah. It puts about 2 seconds. The thing I don't like about changing tires is now you got to warm the new ones up for a lap. And I don't want to say way off the pace, but you're off the pace a little bit when you're warming up new tires. If you drive them like they're hot, you're going to park it at a fence somewhere.
So those 1 or 2 laps on cold tires is not worth time lost compared to warm tires at the end?
Well, that's what we're going to
see.
see.
The first 2 tracks, they weren't. This track, I should have did it.
Okay.
Yeah, at the end, you'll see a very close battle between myself and Scott.
So you're all over Jeff again now, and you both have pitted.
Yeah, we both came out here. We're going. He took tires. I took tires. Let's see. He pit 1 lap after, so he came out of the pits just right ahead of me. So this is his out lap. He'll probably start to pull away from me, honestly, here as we continue on.
So what place are you in now?
Scott can hear I'm back in 8th. Scott can hear the Jaws music playing. Let me take a look back there. I think Scott's got a little lap traffic. It is a little bit of lap traffic behind him.
Is that Cracky? No, that's Byron. That's right, Byron. Yeah. Byron followed me around for about 4 or 5 laps, and he's like, oh, this is the line. I just turned my fastest lap.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden he just drops off here.
Well, I think he dips a tire and gets in trouble or something.
Byron McDonald, there's another
oval guy that switched over here a little bit.
That's been running with us, and
yeah.
Honestly not been doing terrible.
No, he's been hanging in there, and
I think a lot of the road course racing is honestly just familiarity with the track. If you have that confidence that you know where you're going in the track, it really can stack up. And Kyle, you can kind of contest to that. As you see, you've got your favorites: Watkins Glen, Daytona, those tracks that you're able to go out there and really at this point not even practice. Am I correct?
Yeah, I think the high speed tracks are my favorite road courses. The ones where you can really take a lot of speed and carry it through the corners.
And then, I think that kind of goes the same with the ovals as well, because the ovals have their lines that, that are better to run. You've got some tracks that you want to run that top line. You got other tracks that you want to be high in, low in the middle, and then high out.
Oh yeah, you saw it today in the Cup race. Those guys were running wherever they wanted. Whatever part of the track was paved, they were on it.
So it's definitely, I think a lot of familiarity with the track kind of goes a long way in, obviously, when it comes to really finding that speed and everything. There you go. Jeff trying to get around Byron. Byron, there he goes. He's just going to fall off here.
All right, he's just going to back. He is a lap down, so he's going to back off.
He lets both of us go there, but It's like he gets a little loose on the exit, and it's just like he can never find his rhythm again, and that's a hard thing. You lose your rhythm, especially in these. Yeah, sorry, Jason. J, but you lose your rhythm,
Oh yeah.
and you really start to you can really fall off for a couple laps until you're able to get back onto that
And I'll be honest, like I think like 3/4 or maybe more of the road courses, it's about getting in a rhythm. Most of them, you just get into the sweet spot when you're the best, but you get rattled, you get out of that. It gets hard. And I think you're right too about having familiarity with the tracks. The road courses used to scare me, and now we've seen the tracks in so many different cars that I really enjoy it.
I know a lot of people have been in that road course race as well. When they get in there and you hear, "Man, I didn't think you were going to break that early." Well, they broke that early, break that early because they weren't familiar. They didn't know what was coming up in front of them. Really, I think.
And that can be you don't know the track. That can be you don't know the car. You know, that could be a million things. And that's what you get with iRacing. Not so much in the league because basically you know these guys, but when you're out there in officials, man, you don't know who you're going to race. You don't know where they break, what their style is. Got to be defensive.
Emily out in front now. She's got a gap built back up to about 8.5 seconds almost. Brad Haldane going to tuck into the pits. It doesn't look like Ayrton's going to be able to catch him before exit, does he? No, Brad Haldane back on the track, so able to hold on to that third place. Ayrton up into fourth. So we'll see kind of where that goes. Like I said, not sure if he's going to be able to make it fuel-wise, but we'll keep an eye on the field here as we come down to just about 5 minutes remaining.
With him going in on lap 1, and he had three laps to serve that penalty. Going in on lap 1, I don't think he's going to be able to make it.
Well, let's find out and see how his fuel saving is.
These are really hard to say fuel in. You don't have like the instruments you would in like a GT3 or where you have fuel saving modes. You don't have a fuel map on this, do you, Sean?
No.
No. So yeah, it would be really hard to save fuel in these.
If you know
all you could really do was back off of the corners and get on it late. There's no mechanical device to.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you know the small tricks, I mean, all it takes is just that sometimes, and it can buy you at least a couple of laps, depending on where and what you're driving.
I just read that, Sean. Jay, not Byron.
Good battle here between Cracky and Mr. J, aka Byrone McDonald, as they go around. It might be they might be a lap down, but they're going for position.
They are, and you know what? I thought that was Arrington because the colors of the car is pretty similar. I was like, I am surprised. I am really impressed. Cracky is just keeping up with Arrington. I do remember them two talking and having a good battle going on. I think somebody else joined there.
Whoa! Pulls a Scoot Magoot there.
Hey, sometimes you just got to drive her in there deep.
I've got no comment on that.
We're not going to comment on that one.
I will not comment on that one.
I will. You know how to comment on that one.
Oh yeah.
I think Kyle very willingly. I will.
Yeah, so he doesn't know what we're talking about. So
let's make this uncomfortable, shall we?
I don't think it could get uncomfortable. It could get very inappropriate, though. Inappropriate. Very cool.
The second I'm here already made it uncomfortable for everybody. So
I'm the king of uncomfortable. My wife would tell you that. I didn't think it was uncomfortable, but hell, she was over there shaking in discomfort and everything. Oh my God, what are you saying? What are you saying? Here we go.
Talking about your wife.
Yes, oh. I thought Cracky
That's
was
a
going to
great view
dive
right
in
there.
and get the backside there of Byron. He's holding it
His
steady.
gearing and shifting and downshifting looks really good through there.
You gotta hold it to Byron. You know, it's a lot of times people can get a little antsy here as you got somebody right in your mirror like that. But Byron holding steady like a rock here.
That is my favorite thing to do when I get behind somebody and they're hard to get around. Just stay right glued to the back of them, knowing they're looking in that rearview mirror. Huh?
Try to have them make a mistake.
Yep.
There he is.
They're both walking up.
Oh!
That's what I thought. That was
Tyler Hammond.
Yep.
Look, another Haas car crashing.
Those two are teammates. Tyler and
I feel like he needs to the paint scheme might be doing him a little bit of disservice.
Yeah. Maybe he needs a black cat on his car to give him some good luck. I can hook him up with some cat eyes.
That's been going so well for you this season.
I mean,
He's got to win, Kyle, and he's not going to let you forget it. Trust me.
Yeah, it's on replay now.
It's on YouTube. It's on Twitch. It's on Facebook.
it's on the internet, so it is official.
Facts.
Hashtag facts. Exactly. There you go. Eric,
Get that one.
oh,
There
he's
goes
gonna
into the
duck
pit.
off. Woo! He got awfully close there to those barrels.
Yeah, I was thinking that could be a penalty right there.
He
I was
came
right
in
on the edge.
awfully hot. Emily here. I don't know. This might be the final lap.
I don't think this is the final lap.
We'll keep an eye on it. Emily just leaps and bounds ahead. Derek Wynn, 17 seconds, 18 seconds behind. Brad Haldane, not too far though. Only 6 seconds behind. So, like you said, you got to give it to him.
Brad's one of them guys that has just been getting better and better and better with all the road racing we've been doing.
Very fast here.
Yep.
Look at this, the 33 machine. Trying to catch the backside here, the 74. Can he do it before time expires? Go up.
Yeah, this is when I was wishing I put them tires on, boys. I just could not get a drive off the corners.
You were looking back behind you. You could see the
I was.
The mark that I left as I was coming out of the corners there.
I mean, if you just watch the car, there's like no side bite, just hurting the car coming out of the corners.
This should be the final lap here.
Yes, it should.
Emily gonna look to take the checkered flag here. We'll go back to that battle here between Schroeder and Stevens, though. As Emily again with a 21-second lead. Brad closing that gap between himself and Derek, however. We'll keep an eye
I don't
on
know
that.
for sure, but I think Derek did the same thing I did not change tires. But I would have to check on that. I thought that's what he told me.
It's a good possibility.
Yeah, you see me wiggling there, and I was coming off that corner way higher than I had all race.
Oh, you're looking in your mirrors now. There,
I am
I'm
right
gonna
now.
dive to the
I am
inside. This is
arcing
the
that
final
thing,
lap.
trying to get every ounce of rubber off, out of them tires right now.
We talked about trying to, make the guy in front of you just make that little mistake, and that's what I tried to do there. Is I just try to dive a little deep, see if you would react to it at all. You held steady. You stayed strong. Wasn't gonna try it here because this is my worst corner, but able to catch you here on the inside. Gonna go side by side here. Schroeder Stevens coming to the end. Schroeder with a little bit of advantage going into the corner. Coming out here. Stevens gonna try that draft. It looks like Schroeder's got him. Stevens pulling off. At the line, Schroeder gonna just barely get him there. What is that? We got 5/10 of a second.
Yeah.
500ths.
Now I am apologizing to my tires for what I put them through this race.
Yeah, slowing it down, giving it a run there. Emily with the fantastic win there. And what a run that was. Congrats to her.
Congrats, she did. She ran a good race.
Brad, right there behind him, top 3, a solid run. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Mr. Boomer.
Who was fourth? Was that Jeff?
Jeff Morrell, absolutely.
Yep, there you go. Good job, Jeff.
We'll have to another shout out here to Boomer Button Boxes. Scott, what do you want to tell them?
Just tune in. If you like this race, tune in 2 weeks from now because we're going to Long Beach. That's gonna be a race.
We're going to Long Beach. It's gonna be a fun one, no doubt about it. Well, why don't you tell them a little bit about the boxes there?
The boxes are going good. We got about 6 or 7 of them in stock right now. Gonna have a new flyer coming out. Haven't been building a ton of custom ones right now, but that's okay. A lot of us getting caught up on some other stuff. So, yeah, you'll look for a flyer the next week or so because we're going to have some going on sale. I think we're going to have about 6 or 7 of them on the shelf. I got to count them, but I got one more to build, and we'll be getting them out there.
There you heard it. We got some in stock, some ready for your he's ready for your custom orders there as well. Check him out. Boomer Button Box on Facebook. That again, Boomer Button Box. Kyle, Matt, thanks for joining us. Thanks for having some fun with us here tonight. It's going to be a good one as we recap the oval races from the past couple weeks here coming up this week. And then we're back live, Kyle. Where are we at next Thursday?
Oh, we are at Charlotte Motor Speedway on the oval.
The oval course going to Charlotte, so it should be a good time there. Matt sounds clueless as can be. As usual, where is it? That's all
I will be making a appearance in that race.
Oh, it should be fun. It's going to be a day race, so it should be nice and slick.
Oh, my goodness. They're doing a day race, everybody. It is a rare occurrence on the oval.
That is not true. I changed that up this season because of all the complaining.
There we go. We'll see. Another good one coming your way Thursday. Check us out. ECRS, Checkers and Wreckers.